Life is fragile, fleeting. But what if I told you that some creatures can cheat death itself, freezing solid and then coming back to life as if nothing ever happened? Imagine the horror of winter, when everything seems to die under ice, yet these tiny survivors awaken like time never touched them. Welcome to a world where biology defies our understanding, where the line between life and death is blurred, and survival becomes an art mastered by the smallest of animals. Deep in the forests of North America, under layers of frost and snow, lies a secret, the wood frog. On the surface, it looks like any other amphibian hopping among the leaves. But when winter arrives, its body undergoes a transformation so strange it seems almost magical. Blood stops flowing, the heart ceases to beat, and the frog freezes solid. Its skin turns icy, its eyes glaze over. Yet this is not the end. When the warmth of spring returns, the ice melts, the heart resumes beating, and the frog awakens as though from a deep sleep. Scientists call this cryonics in nature, a biological miracle that allows survival through extreme cold. The key lies in a sugar called glucose. As the frog freezes, glucose floods its cells, acting like a natural antifreeze. This sugar protects delicate organs, preventing ice crystals from destroying vital tissues. It's as if evolution itself handed these frogs a survival toolkit, a chemical armor against the harshest conditions. And they aren't alone in this astonishing feat. Across the planet, creatures have evolved similar, and sometimes even stranger strategies to survive near-death experiences. Journey to the wetlands of Siberia, and you might encounter the tardigrade, affectionately known as the water bear. No creature embodies resilience quite like this microscopic marvel. About the size of a grain of sand, the tardigrade can survive temperatures near absolute zero. The vacuum of space, intense radiation, and decades without water. When conditions turn deadly, it curls into a tight ball, expelling almost all water from its body and entering a state called cryptobiosis. In this suspended animation, metabolism drops to nearly zero, essentially pausing life itself. Scientists have revived tardigrades after more than 30 years in this state, proving that life, in its most extreme form, can persist where we thought it was impossible. But the marvels of freezing survival aren't limited to tiny creatures. Consider the Alaskan wood frog's icy cousins in the insect world. Certain species of beetles and moths survive winter in frozen landscapes. The goldenrod gall fly, for instance, develops inside a plant, enduring temperatures far below freezing. Like the wood frog, it uses sugars and proteins to prevent its cells from being punctured by ice crystals, preserving life in suspended animation until warmth returns. Even marine life has its champions of near-death survival. In the Antarctic, tiny crustaceans called Antarctic copepods endure months trapped in ice under frigid waters. They slow their metabolism to almost nothing, their cellular machinery humming faintly, ready to awaken when spring thaws the frozen seascape. In these icy depths, life seems paused, just waiting for the right moment to resume its dance. These adaptations raise profound questions about the boundaries of life. What is death? When a wood frog freezes solid, with no heartbeat and no blood flow, is it dead, or merely hibernating in suspended animation? The answer is that life is far more resilient than our human perspective allows. Evolution has discovered ways to push biology to its absolute limits, crafting creatures that can survive conditions that would annihilate almost any other being. The process of freezing and revival isn't instantaneous. For many species, it's a careful orchestration of biochemistry. Antifreeze proteins prevent ice from forming in dangerous patterns. Sugars stabilize membranes, and metabolic shutdown prevents energy depletion. The creatures enter a state of suspended animation, where their biological clock slows to a crawl, almost indistinguishable from death. And yet, when conditions improve, biochemical signals trigger a reawakening, metabolism resumes, and life continues as if the pause was a mere hiccup in existence. Perhaps the most eerie of all are the brine shrimp, often called sea monkeys. Found in salt flats and temporary ponds, they produce dormant eggs that can survive decades of drought. These eggs can be frozen, dehydrated, or baked under the scorching sun, yet inside, life waits patiently. Add water, and the eggs hatch, releasing tiny shrimp that swim as if no time had passed. It's a vivid reminder that survival doesn't always require motion, warmth, or nourishment. Sometimes all it needs is patience. These extreme survival strategies are not just curiosities, they inspire science itself. Researchers study tardigrades to understand radiation resistance, wood frogs to explore organ preservation, and brine shrimp to improve our ability to store biological materials. Could we one day freeze human organs for transplantation without damage? Could lessons from these tiny survivors lead to breakthroughs in medicine, space travel, or long-term cryonics? Nature, as always, offers solutions hidden in the most unexpected forms. Yet there's a subtle poetry in these frozen moments. The idea of death and rebirth, of waiting in silence under ice or sand, evokes the cycles of life on a grand scale. These creatures teach us patience, endurance, and the resilience inherent in living systems. Their survival is not about strength or speed, but about adaptation, timing, and biochemical ingenuity. Venture to Japan's northern forests, and you might encounter the Japanese salamander, a close relative of the wood frog. During winter, it too freezes partially with ice forming between its cells. Proteins known as ice nucleating agents control where ice forms, ensuring that it doesn't pierce delicate tissues. Come spring, warmth melts the ice, and the salamander resumes its slow, graceful movements. To witness this revival is to glimpse the quiet miracle of survival, the invisible dance between life and death frozen in time. In the Arctic tundra, insects such as the springtail also mastered this art, tiny as a pinhead. They endure winter by freezing solid, producing cryoprotectants that act like microscopic antifreeze. When snow melts, they reappear on the forest floor, continuing their vital role in decomposition and nutrient cycling. Life, even in its smallest form, persists through ingenuity, chemistry, and evolutionary mastery. Back in North America, the wood frog emerges from its icy prison with astonishing speed. Limbs stiffened by frost regain flexibility, heartbeats return, and the frog resumes hunting and mating. Each frozen winter is a test of survival, a battle against time and temperature. The victory is silent but profound. Life has paused, endured, and returned. And yet not all frozen encounters end in revival. Extreme cold remains a gamble, and only those species with precise biochemical tools survive. The delicate balance between freezing and shattering, between life and death, is a testament to evolution's artistry. Each surviving frog, tardigrade, shrimp, or beetle carries within it eons of adaptation. An invisible thread linking the present to millions of years of survival strategies perfected under ice and frost. These creatures challenge our understanding of biology. They expand the definition of life, proving that existence is not merely about activity or heartbeat, but about the potential to awaken, to resume the dance of life when conditions allow. In them, freezing is not an end, it is a strategy, a pause button pressed on the machinery of life itself. So, the next time you see frost covering a pond or snow blanketing the forest floor, remember the hidden worlds beneath the ice. The wood frogs lie in silent stillness, tardigrades curl in timeless spheres, and brine shrimp eggs wait patiently in the dust of dry salt flats. Life, even when it seems absent, is only waiting for the right moment to return. In the frozen hearts of these creatures, death is not final, it is a temporary veil, pierced only by the miracle of revival. These astonishing adaptations are more than survival tactics. They are a profound message from nature. Life is not fragile. It is tenacious, creative, and endlessly inventive. It teaches us resilience in ways we often overlook, lessons hidden in ice, tucked away in dormant eggs, waiting to awaken. And in studying these tiny masters of suspension, we glimpse the limitless possibilities that life holds, and the delicate art of defying death itself. From the microscopic tardigrade to the freezing wood frog, from the resilient brine shrimp to Arctic insects, the world is full of creatures that blur the line between life and death. Their frozen bodies, silent and motionless, carry within them the secret of survival, patience, adaptation, and the extraordinary ability to awaken against all odds. In the frozen realms of Earth, life is not extinguished, it merely waits, ready to rise again, proving that even in the harshest conditions, the spark of life refuses to be snuffed out. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the world of frozen survival as amazing as I did, Hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our planet.